got to Marree yesterday, had a look around town. There's some very interesting items to look at right in the middle of town. The railway station, the diesel trains, the old mail truck. This morning we're heading up the Oodnadatta Track. They have had rain over the last few weeks and part of the track is still closed, and as a result of the rain everything's quite green now. It looks nice, in fact. Nice and green. We're only intending to go as far as Coward Springs, subject to the road conditions. Not far north of Marree is the Oodnadatta turnoff, and on the turnoff is this water tank. All the way along the railway line, water was required to run the steam trains. They topped up regularly. Just over here is a spout. The steam train would have pulled under the spout, filled its water tank up, and then continued the journey to Alice Springs. This is Oodnadatta. Not sure if it's a railway station or accommodation for the workers or what. The railway track runs past the front door. There's 3 doors, which looks like there was 3 units. Each little unit has a main room with a fireplace and 2 smaller rooms, so it could be 3 workers or 3 workers' families. Not exactly sure. But the view is uninterrupted in all directions. It's really nice, and the silence, as they say, is deafening. A little bit further up the road we come to this sculpture park with a couple of planes and numerous other creative items. So why is the Oodnadatta Track here? Well, that's a good question, and I wasn't sure of the answer, but it goes something like this. The early explorers headed north from Adelaide or Port Augusta. They followed the water. They were helped by the local indigenous people back in the day. And out here there's artesian water, so they followed the water, and then the towns developed. More people came out, farmers, station people. They followed the explorers' track, so we started to get a track. Then they put a railway line in, and obviously they followed the track, the Oodnadatta Track. But in the 60s, I think it was, they decided to relocate the railway to the west because it was always getting washed out. Now, based on the number of bridges I've seen on the old railway line, I'm not surprised, because there must be hundreds of bridges, including this one behind me.
We're on Oodnadatta Track, which I expect to be a little bit of a rutty track, and clearly it was when it started, but nowadays it's just like this.
The recent rains have filled Lake Eyre up. Lake Eyre is a massive inland lake, and we are lucky enough to see it with water. Curdimurka siding. A long way from anywhere, actually. There's a building here. Looks like the same design as the last one we're at, three units. They have a Mexican feel to me. Curdimurka looks like a fairly significant siding. They've got double track so trains can pass or pull in, or plus the water tank and another big tank. I'm not sure if it's a condenser or just dual water tanks. There's little fish coming over the floodway, and the seagulls are picking them out and having lunch. We've driven around 4 k's off the main road to a place called the Bubbler, where we believe water will bubble. About to find out. This is the Bubbler, an artesian spring. Water is forced to the surface. It has been doing it for a long time, and in this case it's created a mound. Well, I'm just looking at the ground behind us. Looks like we could be on Mars. There's nothing out there. A bit like salt lakey things, and on this other side we have water trying to escape. We're on our way back to Marree after a busy day. Today we have seen many railway bridges, a sculpture park that had a couple of planes, plus numerous artistic sculptures, railway siding houses, artesian bores, artesian mounds, and Lake Eyre in flood. Big day.